How dare you spell like that? I spell like this.
Good evening and welcome to the 10th only Chatside Fires 6-month video roundup. Sponsored by Northshire Saloons Jr., maintaining the public perception of nominal legal compliance since North Simpsons with cert papers.
Tonight's gonna be a show. Maybe you'll watch this in the morning or afternoon. You can still watch it no matter the time. Just don't shut it off till then. Because it goes on and the game is not the end. Don't miss the middle one, so just keep watching. Chat time again.
My therapist said it was time to unveil the real me. Ta-da! We're gonna say, it uses to comedy to get out! Compsognathus, a small but important dinosaur, because this is the dinosaur that married my sister. Just look at this Dumbo, eh? Look at him! He's an idiot! He's dancing around in trash with clones of himself. He's a freaking imbecile. He's not even human. You know why he loves trash so much? He's a human urinal. He's a human toilet. Disgusting. No, this is a good one. Why did the bird doctor fuck his niece? Because he was a pervo. Pee popping in the poop poo. Peppa pee peeping out of poop for you. Peppa pee whopping. Hey, thumbs up. Well, I'll be like having a dream or like falling asleep, and then like one of John Lennon's melody fragments that he's already written, it'll just come to me. I'm a genius. Warning, before you get sucked into it too. Fraud enterprises is a scam. When they say, will you just give us all your money in exchange for nothing? It's a trick. Because if you agree to it, then they can't be sued. So do not fall for fraud enterprises. It's just kind of funny. It reminds me of the time that I fought Three Dog Night in the basement of this old saloon. It was actually torn down at the time, so we had to like dig down through this rubble and this dirt just to get in the basement. And they were like, "Bring it on, Three Dog!" And it was like a sick. This is a message to Jor-El Pittenbottom. Dismiss the case. Dismiss it now while you still have a extreme right-wing German politician Reinhold May has splintered his own party and created a new faction which embraces Nazism, which he is calling the Heil May Club. My girlfriend at the time, she was so suspicious, so controlling, and so I just confronted her. I said, look, it's obvious, you know I'm a serial killer. And she said, you're a what? And I said, oh man, I misjudged this. It's going to be the same for in the end either way, so I mean, well, I don't really know. When they're not tormenting elephants for fun or torching money for recreation, some of the world's richest men lead secret double lives as alien entities, gobbling down facefuls of bizarre organic compounds and stretching their own human disguises off, revealing the monstrosity beneath, enough to turn the stomachs of all but the most strong-willed viewers asunder. We shouldn't let these people control our lives. They aren't even people. They aren't human. Whatever they are, they're trying to control us for their own twisted ends, and it's time it ends now. Vote them out this November. This has been a message from the Tentacle Monsters Among Us Committee. Please proceed. Are you peeing on my porch? Yay! Why do you pee on my porch in the shameful way? Why are you peeing on my porch? Okay! These right-wing snowflakes are so, easily upset. This one guy called me a low IQ parrot, so I said I'd bash his brain in with a baseball bat, and he's like, I'm gonna report you, that's violent. Yeah, it is, so shut up. I want it on the record. This llama called my mom fat, and she's been working on a thyroid. This llama is very mean to my mother. This is my audition for Trial by Mencken. Hibbity dib. Okay, I should say this is a song I'm working on. It doesn't have a title, a finished title at the moment, but the working title I'm working on is Hibbity, and then in parentheses, Dibbity Dibbity Do. Okay, sorry, I should have said that up front. Okay, my name is Jason Skeelhorse, and this is Hibbity Dibbity Dibbity Do. Hibbity Dibbity Dibbity Do. You say stop, but I say no. When you say stop, my brain hears go. Hibbity Dibbity Dibbity. Hockler is happy to announce that proud to sponsor you for global entertainment. So self your own stamp and address it to itself at a stamp and send it on in today. Well, offer need not apply where prohibited or prohibited. And you can come on down to sunny Burbank. Yeah, when I was in 8th grade, I was really into the Smashing Pumpkins. I really liked them. And then as I got older, I realized that Billy Corgan is just Ted Nugent on acid. Okay, fancy pants, if white privilege isn't a thing, explain Colin Jost. Rick and Morty fans have spoken, and we at McDonald's have listened. Due to overwhelming public demand, I'm happy to announce that my mother will be taken off life support this afternoon. We're not at war with Poland today, but let's see in the news what tomorrow will say, because you never know who you will go to war with. They could drop a bomb on Cleveland and we'd be really pissed. So don't go assuming that we are not at war. Like in the morning with a shovel, I will pour all of my neighbors because I disagree with their political. Using tools you may already have around the house, you can reverse a few simple connections and turn your static toilet into a geysering scum portal. Hi, just reminding you to vote this November on Thursday. Crap, it's Thursday today. I was really excited about this new line of lawn deodorant, and then I saw this new circle of lawn deodorant, and I was like, this could be the wave of the future. Hi, Linguistics Karen here. I speak over 4,000 different languages. When someone who speaks a different language is near me, I speak right over them. I like, this is America, this is America. Artists need to be able to say what they want, what they're feeling, without fear of how people are going to react. So, in that spirit, and I mean that from the heart. Sir, the right ocular unit of Perry Bob B is malfunctioned. Christ, Jeffords, are you serious? This is the Las Vegas residency. I was worried something like this would happen. Vegas Charlie, we need manual override on the right ocular unit. Did I not say to management, you go into the residency, you don't replace the servo mechanisms. Former author J.K. Rowling concerned about bathroom stalls? That's because usually she has someone in there with her. She is hiding behind a smoke screen of prejudice. What else do the rich do in bathrooms that we don't know about? Pretty excited. I'm about halfway done with a new screenplay idea after the Captain Crunch biopic thing fell through. I put my heart and soul into that, but the new one is great. It's like picking me back up off my feet. I'm kind of doing it for National Novel Writing Month, even though it's not really a novel. Just trying to get back in the game after that huge disappointment. This one's great. It's about these tiny creatures. Well, no, let's back up. It's about a young boy whose heart is crushed when his best friend is exploded by a terrorist drone strike. So what he does is starts retreating into himself. He goes on long walks in the woods, sad. His parents are really concerned. But then he runs into this little magical community of these tiny creatures called leopards. And these leopards sort of emotionally nurse him back to a state of play where he can accept that he saw his friend exploded to bits by a terrorist drone strike. And then, like, at the end, he turns into a little black girl because I just want to piss off a bunch of racists. But do you see these cranes? I've been staring at these cranes for an hour. I don't understand how people are able to use these to build buildings and lift girders. It's insane. People say I'm unfairly antagonistic online. If that was true, then why are they all such a bunch of pig-sucking, bug-fucking little chickens? Yeah, it could be pretty lonely being the head of a terror organization, especially a secret one. Because, I'll be talking to a lot of people, and they'll get worked up, and they're like, we should start a terrorist organization that specifically targets hetero white males. And I'm like, yeah, start. I gotta play. I'm descending into the pit of utter darkness with no form of illumination, so that I can tell you about an exciting opportunity from Fleesmerall. But now that I'm doing, why did I do this? Is this scary? Oh my God. I think it's time we end yet another stigma, because we're ending stigmas left and right in society. More power to it. I want to end this one. It's the stigma against sneaking over into your neighbor's back or front lawn at 3 a.m. and taking giant dumps all over their stuff. I think that society has judged us in this community, and it is a community, far too harshly for too long. And excuse me, vote to infect. I get up in the thick of these chickadees with a stick of cheese. Jackpot, man. Okay, we found Ross Perot's dead-ass credit card, okay? And we're using it to buy all sorts of stuff. We ordered 200 tons of confetti dropped in our neighbor's yard, and they put it out there in this giant truck this morning. It's funny. Okay, we ordered these 3.5-inch floppy things you plug into your smartphone. You can save whatever you want onto those old-school discs. And we ordered a warehouse full of America Online discs, like old American Online discs. We blanked them all out, formatted them. We're saving dick pics on all of them, dude. We're mailing them to every person in the country, put them in grocery stores, and people pick it up. They'll go on eBay, they'll go in their attic, they'll get the drive, and they'll load it up, and they're gonna see it. We ordered 400 bales of manure, and then we just like they put that in our yard. But we ordered the snow machine, right? And it makes fake snow, right? But we got this other machine that turns the fake snow into real snow. But then we put it into the fake snow machine, then what are we gonna get? Like hyper real snow, and then we put that through the real snow machine. It's like a loop. Ross Perot's dead ass crap. You should get out more. 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 Hey, you. Oh. It's been 9 days and 8 nights. This is my last hit of adrenochrome. I haven't slept a wink. My joints feel like they've been packed with barbed wire that's like set on fire. Do you know why they call me Mummy Jackson? I've been trying to figure it out for years. It doesn't even make sense. Jackson's not part of my name, and as far as I know, I'm not a mummy. There's no like funny story about the time I got wrapped up in toilet paper. But everybody, what does it mean? Call me Poopy Mike, and I poop on what I like your bike. I don't care, I'll poop on your little brother's trike. I am crazy in the head. When I play no, we'll poop instead. I do things with poop you've never seen, like stuff at all. You flush them, know what I mean? Anything I do with poop is unusual compared to you, but yet I promise you the things I do will make you scream, "Oh, poo!" Poo is now an accepted artistic medium. That's what has happened here. We now accept that poop can tell the stories of a human soul. So happy to be sitting here today with Dr. Evil Scientist. Dr. Evil Scientist, I understand your latest biological weapon has gone viral? That is correct. It has killed millions and will kill billions more. When I was a kid, we used to put babies into barrels and roll them down hills for fun. It was terrible. We used to just stuff live chickens into hot garbage cans and then set fire underneath them. It was terrible. 400 years, I've been advising the stars on how they could live forever, too. Now it's your turn. For only $9.99.99, you can have a low down payment, installments insured on all future payments. So please start paying me now for the secrets of eternal life. I've been warning for 30 minutes! Hello, this is Daniel Ketamine, and I've been wondering, what if our minds were just giant freezers, prompting me to think maybe my Halloween candy really was spiked with drugs. Back to you, Giant Flying Bob. Really sad because my dad's like totally ghosted me. When I was a kid, he died when I was 13. I was just having one of those dreams where this guy who went to middle school with, Burlington on Trolio, who moved away after 7th grade, was like stabbing me to death in my sleep. It's all based on this nightmare I had where I woke up and I was being chased by a monster, but I woke up and he was stabbing me in my sleep. But then I went back to sleep because I remembered that he's been dead for 47 years. Oh my god, this is such a good idea. Other rich douchebags gather around. What we'll do is we'll say whatever we want about the most sensitive topics, and then when it upsets people and they say what they want about us, we'll act like they did something wrong. I think this might work. This isn't Turbulent Flow. This is Turbulent Flow. I am rapping now at a standard pace that is constant. See, what Paul still doesn't know is that every song that he thinks came to him in a dream, I was standing over his sleeping body suggesting things to him. So I'd be like, hey, stop suing us and just let it be. And he woke up and he'd be like, me mother came to me, mate. T-Rex arms are tiny compared to their entire body, but if I had a T-Rex forelimb and came swinging it at your face, you'd be like, ah, they're quite formidable. I don't know what they did with them, but I just don't want them to do it to my face. I'm not trying to scare people. If they don't know what the fish overlords want us to do, how are we going to evolve to the third chromium And people look at me so weird when I say that. Why do Matchbox 20 have so many fans? Because they signed a deal with grocery stores that every shopper in a store that hears a song written by Rob Thomas counts as a fan. It was in their contract. Little message for everyone on the Depeche subreddit who's downvoting my excellent comments about how you all suck. You're all garbage human beings and pig people. Dumpster dwelling little rat babies. So fuck. I could feel the bristly, scratchy, sort of rough palm and hairy hand of Samuel Alito's dark, ancient god reaching up from the toilet drain to grasp my testicles when I urinate. Now, I wanted it out of my government. I have to say I was perturbed, and I don't like to be perturbed. I did try it once in high school with a trusted partner, and I don't know if it was just their inexperience or the situation, you know how it is in high school, but I don't want to say scarred for life, but I'm certainly not as open to perturbation as I was before that wretched evening. I made sure that they knew that they weren't responsible. It just wasn't for me. I couldn't even see it through, to be honest, and I'm nothing if not stringently honest with you, because as I see it, lies get you nowhere. I have to tell only the truth. So it's a shameful story, a painful story to recount. I don't come out looking great, but I thought it's time you knew the truth. I do not like being perturbed. So please, Anna Kendrick, I appreciate the offer, but
It's a goddamn crime. He kills people all the goddamn time. He hates people that he created. My God, he mastered.
all men who doubt women reign supreme. What is this entire branch of animals that we're part of called? Is it called the dongles? No, it's called the mammals, named after boobs. You are named after boobs, my friend. Spiders have dicks. You're prehistoric. This one goes out to all those commenters who say my voice makes them want to suck an exhaust pipe or otherwise injure themselves. Good. Please listen on a continuous loop until succumbing. It was January 1958. My family had been making the difficult trek by foot to Tuscaloosa for 4 months, facing many hardships along the way. We had lost Scout, our faithful dog, some ways back in the Maimire Marine, treacherous land of swampland and grass, cut through with deep fjords filled with icy chasms. Moma fought to bury Scout. Paul wouldn't have it. He said, considering the treacherous conditions of our sojourn, it would be wasteful and foolhardy, if not lethal, to bury such a high source of protein. I cried all through the meal, but I felt better when I was done. If you're concerned about potential health risks, don't be. It's perfectly sterile to suck the shit out of some dead hobo's asshole. Right-wing politicians have been leading secret, alternate lives for decades, hiding behind a smokescreen of fake Christian values. Don't let them trick you. This November, kick them out of our crisis in our schools. Everywhere, dead people sticking their hands up out of their graves are reaching for our children. And we need to be like, no. Facebook is so stupid. Every time I put this on to play games now, it says, complete your profile to get social. And it's like, you think I strap a toaster to my face to get social? Nutso. Totally nuts. Do you live in the lower Santa Barbara region and want to sell me a used waterbed? Well, bad luck. I don't want to buy a waterbed, used or new, and I don't live anywhere near Santa Barbara. I don't know. You're barking up the wrong tree. Chill. Weird Hairy Naked Guy here to protest for criminal justice reform. Racism has no place in any prosecutor's office, and neither does my hair from my butt. So I'm going to mail my butt hair to every racist prosecutor in the country until we get both racism and my butt hair out of prosecution. Yes, Your Honor, I was trafficking firearms. No, I wasn't selling them or moving them from place to place. No, Your Honor, I was trafficking them. No, I wasn't selling them or moving them from place to place. Yes, I was trafficking them, Your Honor. I was firing them into traffic. A little nervous about to go to the Wang doctor and get my balls chopped off. I'm only kind of joking. I've never had my balls chopped off before. It's just I gotta stop having all these illegitimate kids with these Instagram influencers. They just won't give me enough custody rights, and the court's like, well, they make way more money than you, so I'm going to take a shower. So I'd like to try a little something different here tonight, if you allow. I like to call it stand-up without a comedy. What did the cannibal chef have in his garage that had him so excited? Well, he had Studebaker. Studebaker, like a Studebaker. First of all, what even is a Studebaker? I said, Justice Alito, sir, how do you feel comfortable making all these precedent-defying decisions? And he said, well, I prayed about it, and God revealed what he wanted me to do. And I said, pray it again, Sam! Get it? Like, pray it again! You know, for as far back as I can remember. What the hell is that? What is this place? Huh? You know, as far back as I can remember. What the hell is that? Oh man, I just thought of a really good joke. What? You thought I was going to tell it to you, you miserable kraken? That's almost funnier than the joke itself if it wasn't so... You know, sometimes I used to visit my grandfather. Sometimes he used to visit me. But it's like the last time I visited him, he was all like, why are you doing this? Ow, put that knife down. Stop, stop. And gurgle, gurgle. And now he like doesn't visit me at all anymore. This Pleistocene beaver is different from modern beavers. It's dead. I've been noticing a lot lately when I get into like online arguments that people will be like, you're on drugs, dude. And it's like, what did you tell them? You're not, I never said you could. It's like, don't talk about me to people. You see, we've quietly snuck up on the adult castaway. Now, we just try to pet its, oh my god, it's eating me! It's eating me! Look at these rich sickies. They take poops, they go in places, they pull their pants down. These sickos, these sickies, they sit there, they take dumps, they make ploppies. The toilet goes bloop, like they dropped a rock in it, and then they flush it. Pete Davidson and John Mulaney walk into a bar. Poof, Mulaney's in rehab. Poof, marriages disintegrate. Now Mulaney and Davidson form a cocoon deep under the bar's surface where they will weather all the Jezebel tell-alls for 27 years before re-emerge. Poop patterns make it possible. Poop patterns make it possible. Poop patterns make it possible. If you're like me, you probably wondered why. Well, you've come to the right place. Tonight, we're going to get into the mystery of just how... There's been a lot of weird talk lately, a lot of rumors going around about my religious beliefs, that I worship goat bladders. Look, I don't worship goat bladders. They're just an object of particular sanctity and reverence for me and those who share my beliefs. So when you tarnish it by saying I worship... Oh man, my stomach, I'm wiped. I've just killed and eaten maybe 250 puppies in the last 3.5 days. Killed a bunch more I didn't eat, and it's just, I don't know. I'm feeling morally conflicted about it. Can't get lower. 200 subscribers in less than 6 months, breaking all previous YouTube records, guys. It took Justin Bieber 42 years to get. He was the first YouTuber to get to 200. It took 42 years, just constant touring and like business cards. So I feel this like enormous sense of accomplishment, like huge sense of like, it means something to me and it's a good day for me. So that's why I'm having this huge celebration. As you can see, all my friends are here. And we're just partying well into the early afternoon because we are just so thrilled. I keep reflecting on how much it means, you know. The more subscribers that you have, the better your life is, right? Because if it doesn't work like that, what hope? If it doesn't work like that, what are we gonna do? There he was. That was disgusting. Who would want to see that?
Why was Putin crying? He wasn't invited to Ron DeSantis' sex party. Why was Putin crying? He wasn't invited to Donald Trump's sex party. Why was Putin crying? Because he was thrown out every window in Russia so often that there were multiples of it falling at all times. He's dead. Putin is dead. He's mad because he's dead.
So watches YouTubers and they're like, leave a comment below. But when I make a YouTube video, I look and look. And I try to be subtle. I never see them looking. There's nothing to leave a comment in. What are they talking about? Is it because am I not popular enough to get the major Black Panther spoiler? A bunch of white people are being dicks about it. Knock, knock. Who's there? Reap. Reap who? Well, could you please repeat what you said about young Pete Davidson kicked off the set of his own Peacock production, loosely based on his own life? Well, they'll have to do an episode where the 30-year-old man trashes a trailer, just like his aunt, no doubt. We have received the data from Professor Sinkoff. We have looked at the figures, and what we see is that they have very wide hips and large breasts. We're going to do a little question and answer time. We tell you a little about myself. We're the top 5 most asked questions about who I am and what I do. Question number 5, which we're going to work our way up like the old Letterman show. Question number 5 is, what are my biggest concerns? Our dog we've had for 4 years. Almost 4 years. Still poops inside. Go outside for an hour, come in, poop right on the floor. It's like, hurry, let me in, I gotta poop. Question number 4. No, it's not true. I did not need dick reduction surgery. I just got bigger pants. Question 3. No, I don't use any product. Why do you ask? Question number 2. When I was about 19 or so, but after learning about that, yes, they do appreciate it a lot. You make sure you find out where it is from a trusted female partner. And question number 1. No, I won't, but I will one day. The question is, will you answer question number 1? You know, internet commenters, they said I was so ugly I must be a virgin. And they didn't say it, but I bet they thought it was a pee-pee pants too. Pee-pee pants. Ooh, you got it, boom, yeah, hoppin' acid now. Ooh, boom, so I was thinking where there's some people and they talk and they say with this and we just toss it out. It's just go you make your own YouTube channel like it. Pa!
I have been eliminated by a shadow regime. Do not look for my dry corpse. I am happy with my new life of elimination. Please do not look for me, and if you do, please look in places where I am not. Thank you for your elimination. Good day.
Alright, look at the hands of the actual skeleton of the Bambaraptor. They are pronate, as is correct. Look at the hands of the recreation that looks like a lizard. They are supinate. Unless I've got those terms backwards. But anyway, it's wrong. Hey guys, launching the crowdfunding for my brand new stablecoin, GyroCoin. It is not a cryptocurrency. It's a little gyroscope with a coin in it that stays stable no matter which angle you turn it to. Please invest. Again, not a cryptocurrency. For medical marijuana everywhere across the country. Millions of people aren't sick enough or in the right ways to receive it. Ah! No, I think it's only fair that I respond to your question. No, this was just locker room forcible oral penetration. It was just between us guys. And most of them didn't even want to be there. So I think I should get a pass. Vote for me. Today we're going to the home of Irene Twitterbaum, racist. I'm going to knock on her door and demand answers. She's turned the door into a wall. She's a real crafty son of a bitch. We're going to burn the house down with her inside and laugh and laugh and we would like to apologize in advance for the next joke. It's in pure taste. Poor taste. Taste poor! What is that? Is it dog shit? No, it's dog shit. It's something funny. I just can't think of anything funny. I just think of these are fun. Well, this part's kind of funny. This part sucks! This is a common misunderstanding. My face isn't too close to the camera. The problem is that your eyes are too close to the phone. What you need to do is back up a little or the television. You can get radiation poisoning and actually come down sick and quite die. This AI stuff's really getting advanced. I told one to make me a short story as though it were written by Anne Rice and Stephen King, and the story came back, the title, The Preternatural Arc Sodium Lamp. I was like, hey, this is good. You listen to me, 365 days a week. 365,000 days a year, 424 days an hour, and you are telling me I'm sitting here 45 minutes later and I'm like, waiter, where's the souffle? And they're stuffing me in this. One surefire sign I'm getting older is I get these long white hairs that grow out of random parts of my ears. I had this my whole life, but it's really bad now I'm older. One was like almost 6 inches long. One was 2 feet long. One longer still, almost as big as my penis. So just make sure. Litany, people like a litany of the spam and the Brittany. People like a latiny of the spam, it's gelatiny. People like a lot of me spam, the enchilada meat. People. I get stuffed in this bag with cats and then they just like chop me into a flat line. And they can do it to my hair too. It's like distress. You hear that? Do you see what this man just did, this gentleman? He said you had to give love and he gave it. He doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. This man deserves a round of applause. Let's hear it for the gentleman. He's giving you love and you're sitting in your seats like some kind of pig person. My wife trusts me so little. She specifically wrote on the shopping list for our toddler, whole milk. Like, I'm gonna get milk that's all got little bitty pieces taken out of it. Come on. Women. It isn't because Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is a sex pervert maniac who keeps engaging in wanton acts of barely describable lust you shouldn't vote for him. You shouldn't vote for him because he's a Satan-worshipping commie! People often say to me, they'll say, Spaghetti Master McDermott, how do I become a polecat master like you? And the trick to the polecat masters is endurance. You need to be able to outgo or undergo your opponent at any time and all places. Have you ever had one of those nights where you're almost asleep and then your kid wakes up and then you go take care of the kid and they go back to sleep and it's so peaceful and you're so tired and you know you have to get up for work in just a few hours and you finally get to sleep and you start having this amazing dream where you're having like the hottest possible sex with like whoever you want, and then the goats, they come back night after night at like the dead of the morning and they knock and they knock and they knock and they knock and they knock, and then I wake up and as soon as I wake up they're gone, but I know they were there because there's little tufts of their fur. I had a really funny pun. Well, okay, I had a high quality pun. But I vape so much concentrate, I have no idea what the hell.
Did you know that your sweat can save lives? You didn't know it because it isn't true.
Hi there, Blendon Clutendine, founder and CEO of Crispy Tookus brand lawn cereal. Our quarterly earnings report, sales already low, remain down. Don't stop to read the news, baby. Yeah, pigeons won't drop the daily booze. Yes, they will. Pigeons do stuff you can't stop. Pigeons got some crap and it's gonna drop it. It's as true now as it was the day I was born. It's as false later as it was the minute I was conceived. And it is as morally neutral as it was the instant when I first ejaculated. What I'm trying to say is, over time, it's remained a constant. There's an important change coming to your credit score. And a girl, and a girl, and a cat, and a girl. Piece of hard-won wisdom growing up, kids. It's, You don't have to be pressured by your peers, okay? You don't have to be cool to be cool. It's not cool to be cool. You don't have to have friends to be cool. People could throw trash at you and kick you down the stairs. You could still be cool. Everyone. Question: Are area kittens making the grade? Next on Channel Fake News. Thanks, Bookie. It seems like little bitty kitties are really stupid around here. We're letting our kittens down. Back to you. Sure are cute though. I went and did my civic duty at the polls and voted today, and these people came and said they wanted to observe me. And I was like, oh, cool. And then they're like, bend over a little, now turn around. And I'm like, what are you observing exactly?
Yes, send. Please do. I encourage you to incur great personal hardship and send to the mother church, to the father church, to the sister church, to the brother.
Defenseless woodland creatures, by definition, have no defense against defensible woodland creatures or non-woodland creatures encroaching into their territory. So only you can defend. Please defend these creatures. Defend at any opportunity against creatures wooded and not. I don't know, honey. It's some kind of glass circle. I'm looking. I don't see any. There's some kind of a faint glow. Some kind of smoke detector. Get the broom. I just hope Google don't sell YouTube to John Mulaney. Hi, I'm Parley Barclay, and it's really important that I rock back and forth. Hi, I'm Parley Barclay, and the important thing to remember about me is that I am not humping this. Hello, I'm Parley Barclay, and I really am giving it to the sinker. Parley Barclay here! This is the actual column of the sacred triangles first revealed themselves to me. See if you notice them now. But the more I look for triangles, the more of them I saw. Holy crikeys, I reckon there's triangles in pretty near every corner of this house. If you look closely, you can notice a spectral triangle, the presence of angular figures. That's when I knew I had to become a full-fledged member of the Triangle Committee. The triangles. Oh, the triangles. I'm a buzz. 30 minutes later. Hello? Day 53 stuck on the floor for this triangle gag. I don't even know why it was supposed to be funny now. Luckily, the toilet's right here to drink out of, but... Hand soap. I don't know how many calories in it. I think I'm only alive because I was so fat to begin with. I don't know if these sickos that put the crazy stuff, the razor blades, the drugs, the PCP, into the kids' candy every year, they really topped themselves this year. These sickos are putting their own young children into our children's candy, giving it to us. Next thing you know, your little ones are on the hook to raise this guy's kid and put him through. I don't know what changes are in store at Twitter, but as long as Elon Musk gives me a way to pay $8 a month to prove literally nothing and for literally nothing, well, I'm all... Tammy, I'm sorry to hear that. If you want to talk with me about the other kids calling you a cum slut, I'm always here for you. But Miss Bwahuna Hunahana, it isn't that the other kids are calling me a cum slut that's the problem. It's that they're not paying me as much as I expected to be one. This type of joke is clearly unacceptable by 2022 standards. By calling a character Miss Bwahuna Hunahana, you're making people whose names sound similar feel like, is my name supposed to be a joke? Don't let this happen to you. Don't let this happen to them. Stick up for your fellow human. Class up your jokes now. It's 2022. Wow. Wow. Now, guys, is it just me? Or is Elon Musk the worst CEO Twitter has ever had? Yeah. Which is why it's all the more surprising that his son, ZX4395EA Delta, will, in fact, in 20 years be one of the best CEOs that Twitter ever had. Can't stab it, you can't grab it. It's the wascally rabbit. You will have the trouble if you do. Cause you'll find the wabbit. He won't let you freaking nab it. He won't let you grab it. Rabbit wants to run away from you. Hey, what up? It's your boy. You know I'm the best rapper. My mixtape has been out now for a few years, guys. I think you might have missed it or something, but check it out. Feel free, it's available now. I know I seem like I got everything going right in my life, but there's a few problems I'm having. One, it's just, I hate knowing that Sarah Sherman and Heidi Gardner from SNL are like fighting over me romantically, like all the time. Just hate it, because it's like, I can't see it. So. Why did the dog burglar cross the road to fornicate with his younger brother's wife, who was also a dog? What kind of day am I having? I typed my symptoms into WebMD and they said you are the victim of kidney harvesting. That's apparently what Frankenstein style scars and pitch black urine mean. So, how are you? What Jeffrey Bezos, the world's 9th richest man, doesn't want you to know is he isn't dating just one sex doll. He's dating hundreds, and he has families with over half of them. Vote him out this November. This is what I see as the problem with basing the economy on the stock market. The value of Facebook / Meta has plunged $700 billion in the last year just because people's opinions have changed. That's like if my favorite album was 700 billion times bigger just because I like it. For example, why I'm in like the jingle field instead of like the artistry kind of creativity side of the music business. My first demo reel I sent out and I really had high hopes for it went no, seriously, it went people explode when I walk in their butt. And it just didn't like connect with listeners, and the ones that it did connect with. Oh my god, I'm in such a hurry. I gotta pack. I gotta take my toothbrush. I gotta take my little travel plug adapters. I'm on a flight to England, guys. I found out last night that they do not have a written constitution. So I'm gonna step foot on their currently sovereign soil with the printed out one I've got and say, "My Ghostbusters, what do you want?" Oh, isn't it alarming? The sadness doesn't really go away from these mean internet commenters. I get that they don't feel they agree with me politically, but it's a pretty low way of political discourse to just say all those mean things like that I'm a dummy or an idiot. So when the discourse gets taken down to that level, you know, I have to lower myself to meet it, and then they're like, oh, I have this type of gun and that type of gun. But the fact is, they'd be vaporized long before they saw anything because of the technology available to people who can read, as opposed to people who just buy 200-year-old firearm technology and think they're badasses. Also, I know how to aim. So when the drones take you out, I'll be able to seize your weapon. So why not just be civil? Because I will if you will. Please come down to the Socialist Cookie Battalion, where our slogan is, life just gives you cookies. And every year it happens. Why do American children love trick-or-treating so much? Because they instinctively know that communism is right, and it's the one day that oh god, I'm sure snakes are all about. Oh, that's not so bad. Sorry if I've offended any white dudes today by calling you whitey white-ass white bread white dudes. It was wrong to not call you whitey white-ass white breads. The only thing alpha about you males is that you only know the first half of the alphabet. My calculations show you could never have thought of a joke like that, right-wing extremist. You're 2.2% too stupid. And another thing, what's with all the airline white-ass white boys being white boys? Or let's not even talk about white women who voted overwhelmingly for Trump in both elections. If you're white, you're bad and you should feel bad. Bottom line. And if you're a white male, you are responsible for all ill. You are. I'm not joking. You personally are responsible. Don't laugh it off, bitch. You know you are. Why are you going on forums if you're not?